Hello, my name is Mary Larson and welcome to my in-home yoga studio. This is where we will do our online yoga practice together. I'll be recording videos starting in about a week and a half, and Kay and I will post them to our group. So anyway, a little bit about me. I was certified as a yoga teacher in 2012. And the basic certification is called a 200-hour registered yoga teacher, RYT certification. Since then, I've continued my training. Of course, yoga is so important to me, and it's so important that as instructors, we continue our learning. One core philosophy of yoga teachers is that we also are always students. So I bring that philosophy to my practice and to my daily life. And I now have close to 300 hours of yoga-specific certified yoga training under my belt. So anyway, I teach all kinds of yoga, and Kay and I were talking, and I told her that I'm particularly excited about teaching Christian yoga. To me, that basically means that me, not as a pastor or anyone certified in religious training or teaching, I feel like a messenger, okay? I love being a Christian. I love learning about the Bible. I love feeling the presence of God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit with me every single day. And I have what some people might call quirky, but I call things that I'm grateful for, techniques that I use to feel the presence of Jesus on my yoga mat. So I am excited to share these things with those of you that are interested in joining me in practicing yoga. And the way that I will bring Christianity into our practice is by practicing in this room where I just acknowledge the existence of God with simple things like the cross. I will ask you to bring Jesus and or God onto your mat in whatever way that means to you. You can have a cross that you bring or some other symbol that helps you feel the presence of the Lord in your life. Just bring that and lay it on your mat or next to your mat. You can just think a thought that helps you feel that presence on your mat. And I'll guide you just spontaneously through our practice with making connections to Him as we go through our practice. And I'll be playing Christian music, and I may open or close with a brief reference to the Bible or some spiritual reference that has come to me on the day that we practice together. So what do you need if you've never practiced yoga before? You may feel worried that you don't have the right stuff, and I'm going to show you. I think you can see I have a mat. I'm going to just point my video down like that. I have a mat, okay? So any yoga mat will do. And then I have blocks. I always recommend 1 or 2 blocks for your practice. If you don't have blocks, it's okay. You can use books, okay? So just get a couple thick books and have them next to you on your yoga mat. It's also nice to have a blanket that you can fold up and use on your mat, particularly if you have sensitive knees. If you're kneeling on your yoga mat when we're down on the mat like this, and I'm kneeling on it right now, then you'll find it helpful. Yoga is not about suffering, okay? It's about connecting your body, your mind, your heart, your soul. And so that means it's very personal to you. It's not about comparing to another person. It's not about comparing to me as the teacher. It's just about connecting to you. And when you make these energetic and spiritual connections inside of yourself, then over time with practice, what you're going to find is that you feel better, okay? You feel more resilient. You feel physically more resilient, emotionally and mentally more resilient, which is really my ultimate goal, is to show people how strong you can be when you bring these components together through the process of yoga. And when we practice yoga together, even though it's online, we're helping one another gain these positive things into our bodies, our minds, our hearts, our souls, because we're sharing that positive energy, that growth, and that resilience with one another, right? You watch movies on TV or in the theater, they make you laugh, they make you cry. So something that's happening over here is causing a reaction in your body, right? The same thing can happen with yoga. So as you are releasing negative things that don't serve you any longer and building your own resilience, then you're helping someone on the other side of the camera as well. So think about it that way. This is new to me, doing online yoga, so I also ask for your patience as we practice and your participation. You can send me questions. If you have any medical or physical or emotional issues that you're working with, it's always best to share those with me as your instructor so that I can be aware of those and help you make modifications. I won't call things out that are private directly to a specific person, but just having that knowledge as I'm teaching helps me create a safer and better experience for you as the student. And then other things that would be helpful are, can you hear me? Can you see me? You know, so sending me comments to help us fine tune how we are doing yoga together online will be super helpful as well. We're going to start in our first practice in about a week and a half with, so I'll say, depending on when you're watching this, in the early part of the second week of August, okay? We're going to start with a 30-minute practice. And yoga is kind of like a musical performance, okay, that starts with centering and trying to get you to release whatever you brought to your mat so you can focus on yourself, building up intensity and to kind of a crescendo as appropriate for that practice, okay, and then slowing things down and bringing your nervous system and your body back together to a very calm spiritual place at the end. The goal is that you might sweat a little, your muscles might quiver a little, but ultimately by the end of class, energetically, I want you to feel more balanced, more relaxed, less stressed, even if you can't pinpoint the exact thing that got you to that place. So I hope this makes sense to you. I'm going to wrap this up with a big breath and a blessing for you. So inhale through your nose, sweep your arms up overhead, bring your hands together, and on the exhale, bring your hands down to your heart, gently resting your thumbs on your heart center. Take your gaze down to your fingers, close your eyes gently, inhale. May the longtime sun shine upon you. May all love surround you, and may the beautiful light within you guide you on your way today. Namaste. I'll see you soon on your next